Hey Viking fans! Brace yourselves for some explosive updates from the Minnesota Vikings. Today, the Vikings are at the heart of the action with three eagerly awaited signings that have shaken up not only our team, but the entire NFL. Kicking things off, we've struck a breathtaking multi-million-dollar deal that will beef up our offense like never before. Next, we're adding muscle to our defense with a giant who's back in the game and ready to dominate. As if that wasn't enough, we've also bagged another defensive powerhouse who promises more aggression and results. However, not all news is good news. A recent shuffle in our squad has led to our third quarterback exit in just 2 days, something even Kevin O'Connell didn't see coming. Stay tuned as we dive into all the juicy details. Welcome, show your Viking support by reaching 100 thumbs up on today's video. Amid an electrifying offseason, the Minnesota Vikings have pulled off a masterstroke, turning the football world upside down. We're talking about a monumental signing, a 5-year deal worth $88 million with former Colts guard Will Fries. Yes, the one who turned the Colts' offensive line into an impenetrable fortress. This isn't just any signing, it's a strategic master move. Rated the top free agent at his position after the Chiefs slapped a franchise tag on Trey Smith, Fries is here to add power and finesse. Before an injury sidelined him in Week 5, he was smashing success rates in both pass and run blocking. What does this mean for the Vikings? We're looking at a player who, despite not being the flashiest, brings a game-changing level of skill to the field. Fries shines with his mobility, solid blocks, and tactical intelligence that's set to elevate our offensive play. And the team impact? The arrival of Fries, along with another recent addition, Ryan Kelly from the Colts, is reshaping our interior offensive line. Since 2016, the Vikings have seen many changes in this position, but it looks like we finally nailed down the missing piece to stabilize the line and provide the security our quarterbacks desperately need. Looking ahead, what's the deal with the left guard spot? With Kelly's arrival, we expect a fierce competition that could lead to trades and new signings, keeping the marketplace hot and our line stronger than ever. This is a pivotal moment for our team, and snagging Will Fries could very well be the game changer we needed for a smashing, successful season. Stay alert, because the next news piece is just as breathtaking. In one of the smartest plays this free agency season, the Vikings have locked in a sensational deal with none other than Jonathan Allen, the former defensive lineman for the Washington Commanders. This player, recently part of a $72 million contract, will now don purple and gold, bringing all his experience and talent to our defense. Jonathan Allen is the kind of player who redefines expectations on the field. Ranked among the NFL's top 100 players before the 2024 season, Allen promises a more solid and intimidating defensive line. Despite a slightly shorter campaign in 2024 due to injury, his consistent and impactful play over the seasons speaks volumes. Now let's talk strategic impact. Allen not only brings phenomenal sacking skills to the team, but his presence is also set to raise the level of play for those around him. He joins a promising defensive front that includes the likes of Harrison Phillips and edge Jonathan Greenard, assembling what could be one of the most feared defenses in the league. But it's not just the stats and games that grab our attention, it's the passion with which Allen bid farewell to the Commanders. He made it clear that through highs and lows, he's always honored his jersey and team. That's the Viking spirit right there. Commitment, strength, honor, and dedication. This signing goes beyond just numbers or titles. It's about strengthening our core, solidifying our defense, and bringing in a leader who lives and breathes football. And of course, Allen's arrival means putting more pressure on opposing quarterbacks, possibly paving a smoother path to the coveted Super Bowl. Can you picture the impact Jonathan Allen will have this season? The next chapter in this Vikings news saga is even more intriguing, so stay tuned for what's coming next. Kwesi Adofo-Mensah's strategy and message are clear and powerful. After a busy day signing Jonathan Allen and Will Fries, totaling $148 million in contracts, who thought he had more up his sleeve? Well, he did it again because Javon Hargrave is now a Viking. Hargrave, who stood out as one of the most effective defensive linemen in the Eagles' rotation, brings Super Bowl experience and incredible skills both in stopping runs and pressuring quarterbacks. His arrival at the Vikings' defensive front, which already boasts names like Harrison Phillips and Jonathan Allen, is set to transform our line into one of the league's strongest. But it's not just his skills on the field that are noteworthy. The Vikings' social media team's reaction to this signing was quite the spectacle, highlighting just how committed Adolfo Mensa is to building a team that's as capable as it is charismatic. The importance of this signing extends beyond bolstering our defense. Hargrave is a game-raiser, pressuring opponents and creating opportunities for our linebackers and backs to shine even brighter. With him, our defensive scheme gains new layers of strategy and intensity, something defensive coordinator Brian Flores will surely maximize. Imagine this, Vikings fans. A defense that doesn't just block but dominates. With Hargrave, Allen, and Phillips together, the dream of a top-league defense doesn't seem so far off, right? Imagine opposing quarterbacks trying to find space where there simply isn't any. This is the team being built for the Vikings. And as if Hargrave's arrival wasn't reason enough to celebrate, remember there are still more negotiations to come. This offseason's ambition knows no bounds, and every move is bringing the Vikings closer to the goal of not just competing, but dominating. And now, Vikings fans, a bit of a darker moment. Amid the excitement of 3 new signings, we must face a less cheerful reality. Coach Kevin O'Connell admitted feeling somewhat overwhelmed when entering the quarterback room, and now we can see why. Daniel Jones is packing up for the Indianapolis Colts, marking the 3rd significant quarterback loss for the Vikings. Jones, who had been added to the roster after parting ways with the New York Giants, brought hope and potential. However, his recent move represents more than just a player change. It leaves a gap in veteran experience and leadership, something O'Connell and his team hadn't anticipated addressing so urgently. This move leaves Brett Rypien as the primary backup to J.J. McCarthy. The situation is concerning, given the team needs a stable environment not only for McCarthy's recovery, but also for his continuous development as a field leader. Jones's departure opens up a critical discussion on how to reinforce the quarterback group. A name that's already buzzing around, Aaron Rodgers is available, and with him, other veterans whose experience could bring the needed security and stability. Hiring a veteran would be less about challenging McCarthy and more about ensuring the team has a solid plan in action if needed. This situation underscores the importance of strategy and preparation. As a team proud to build talents and strengths from within, the Vikings now face a test of their depth and resilience. Reacting to these changes, adapting, and perhaps more importantly, the Vikings are in a moment of transition. But as always, they need to anticipate. Each news item represents more than just off-season moves. They symbolize the constant pursuit of building the best team on the field. Don't forget to share this video, leave your comments, and subscribe to the channel to receive all the latest news about the Minnesota Vikings. Stay tuned. SKOL Vikings, let's go!